Touched Twice is a faith-based organization. It was a group of singles from Springdale, actually, how it started back in 1996. Got that vision from going to Honduras and realizing there was such a great need here in our own backyard that there wasn't a lot of people doing local ministries. You know, everybody was promoting international ministries, but we're forgetting that we have the ministries right here in our own backyard, and there's such a need for that. The first clinic, about 300 people showed up. It was basically a grassroots situation. Just a few singles took it, made phone calls, got some free food. Doug Prophet happened to come in one day from WHAS, and they told him about it. He did a story on it. So we had 300 people show up just for basic vision screening and nursing triage. From that, the vision just kept growing. More people would come on board, and people had that same yearning in their heart that they wanted to be able to serve, but they couldn't always go overseas to serve. They couldn't give 10 days of their time, but they could give a day every once in a while out of their week, a Saturday. And then God could use them hopefully to spur their hearts on for, more ministry, to make it hopefully a lifestyle as opposed to, just an every so often deal. Our prayer is that when someone comes into a Touched Twice clinic and they leave, they have felt God's love, and they have felt unconditional love, and that they felt the presence of God, and that hopefully they would come to know that we have a loving God, and that no matter what you've done in your life, that your sins could be forgiven, and that you could have a relationship with a loving God and a loving church family that loves them unconditionally and doesn't judge them for their faults. Just recently, we had a guy who stood up as we were starting our clinic this last time down in Portland. He raised his hand, and we let him come up and talk, and he said, "I want to tell you how important that this clinic is in this area here." He said, 2 years ago, I was a guest in this clinic, and now I'm a volunteer at this clinic, and it changed my life. I was an alcoholic, and someone loved on me and shared the gospel with me, and they cared enough to do that for me that it changed my life, and it changed my heart, and that I knew that God's love was real. And so I'm standing testimony here today that it matters. What you do matters. The neat thing about volunteers who come to the Touched Twice clinic is that they tell me, coming to serve, that they feel like they were more blessed by serving those less fortunate than they feel like the person got. So it's a twofold situation when someone comes to volunteer. And people tell me, well, I'm not medical, is there a place for me at the Touched Twice clinic? Yeah, anybody can come and serve at Touched Twice because there's so much to do. We need greeters, we need advocates, people that will walk people through the clinic. We need people who are willing to cook and feed people. We need people to clean up. So anybody who has a heart and passion to serve someone or to serve one another and love them, there is a place for them at the Touched Twice clinic. When people give of themselves to come and volunteer at a Touched Twice clinic, it is just amazing how God uses those people to give that love to people who don't always get love. You just get to serve God and serve one another. And so, when people come and give, they get back so much more at the end of the day. And when people come and give their time, God just blesses them so much more.